Hello, beautiful people out there, and welcome to your daily focus tarot for Friday, the 6th of May, 2022. And what you should focus on, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And you'll notice he is throwing one of those wands like a spear. They're basically getting rid of it. Not sure if they're just throwing it randomly, if they're trying to hit a target, or like I said, if they're just trying to get rid of it. So this card is about being frustrated. There's hidden secrets. There's only one wand that's going through the air. The rest are just stuck in the ground, not going anywhere. He's kind of, like I said, you can't tell if he's throwing it at a target or if he's just randomly throwing it, trying to get rid of it. So this is about that frustration, about secrets, even secrets you might be keeping from yourself. For clarifiers, we got number 23, the honeysuckle. It's a very strange way that the cards fell out today because they're kind of sequential, even though I shuffled the deck really well. Number 24, the beach. And in reverse, number 14, the blackthorn. And number 14, of course, is a 5. So it kind of ties in with the honeysuckle here. And this is talking about resisting change and causing a delay through resisting change. The beach is talking about guidance from your past and gaining insight from the past. So this card is basically telling you to focus on what happened in the past, but to focus on it in a way that's constructive. Don't wallow in it. Don't reminisce. Focus on how you can learn from that past. And I think that's why he's, throwing the sword out into nowhere. That that wand needs to hit something in order to be helpful. Otherwise, it's just, being thrown into the sky and being wasted. There's nothing happening with it. And of course, the wands are talking about, your inner guidance, your inner spirituality. It's talking about your higher self and your inner knowing. So you're wanting to strengthen that foundation. And that's what you should be focusing on, is that inner knowing and that spirituality. So the blackthorn here, being in reverse, it's talking about how you're dealing with the negativity within yourself and in your circumstances, and in this case, in the past. Don't dwell on the difficulties. Focus on your part of the past. Focus on yourself and healing that inner child, that inner person, healing that spiritual wound, the mental and emotional wound. Now, what you should avoid, remember we had Eight of Wands reversed here, and we have Seven of Wands in the upright and what you should avoid. So this is obviously talking about defensiveness and guarding yourself. And it can also be talking about being competitive. So you're wanting to avoid being overly competitive, overly defensive while you're doing this healing work that you're trying to focus on. For clarifiers, the quart apple and the moon vine were drawn. So the moon vine, this is connected to Luftnasa, or Lamas, sometimes people call it. It's August 1st, for those of you who aren't Wiccan or pagan in some way. And this is about the harvest. And it's talking about not over-controlling, not being overly defensive. When you're doing this healing work, avoid being too defensive. Avoid being competitive with others. Avoid thinking about what's gone wrong. The apple is attached to the Great Mother. It's attached to motherhood and abundance. And obviously it has, we all know the story about Adam and Eve. And Eve being the Great Mother, and supposedly eating the apple cursed humanity and all of that jazz. But we don't know that for sure. We weren't there. So that's a judgment. And the book even says, and I quote, "Move from judgment to gratitude." So be grateful for this harvest, for this apple, for this vine, these grapes and the wine that you have. Avoid thinking about, what's gone wrong. Avoid not taking care of yourself and not focusing on yourself and your spirituality, on what you should be doing, because you're focused on defending yourself and feeling that need to compete. And so you're going to miss your harvest if you don't focus on these. Focus on gaining new insight. If you need to study information, if you need to take time out, go for a walk in the woods, go be in nature. Just sit and feel the sunshine on your shoulders for a few minutes. Listen to the birds sing. Those are all great things to do. Have a wonderful Friday. Thank you for watching.